All right, Eric, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You have exactly 5 minutes to shoot on this.
Okay.
This is you.
Okay.
We're gonna voice our opinions after we let you shoot.
Okay.
Is Lolicon a legitimate issue due to pedophilia, or is it justifiable because it's not real?
Oh, you gotta put the chips down for this one.
Oh, let me put it over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put chips
Somebody give me 5 minutes on the clock. I hate you.
What happened?
I got you. 5 minutes right now.
I didn't look.
I thought that man hard.
Speed run win. Sometime this week, because I'm not doing it. I'm postponing Yakuza Kiwami until next week.
I'm
gonna
keep my hands off the chat.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, to answer your question, my full statement, or rather my full opinion on the whole, is Lolicon considered a form of pedophilia in the anime community? Hard no. Do they overlap? Yes. And the only reason why they overlap is because people start to overly sexualize certain characters that are either petite or small or younger passing. And the reason why this is because a lot of anime studios, when they make these shows, they do the old standard trick of, it's a ancient 9 billion year old bog witch, but she has the body of like a 6-year-old. So it's legal. But I'm like, no. See, that's gross. That's pedophilia. As opposed to, for example, say like a character like Marie Rose. I don't like Marie Rose. Her aesthetic is just not something that I enjoy.
They like her.
That's fine. I don't give a shit. But at the same time, is already confirmed an adult. Doesn't while she has like a smaller stature and whatnot compared to everybody else, that's just more of them showing off more realistic body types for the most part. Mm-hmm. There are smaller and more petite women in life, and not everybody has giant anime knockers and whatnot just flipping everywhere. So that's more of like a thing for people to just be more into. Mm-hmm. However, it's more gets into if they start fetishizing the childish aspects of the character. So not necessarily the character themselves, but more the actions that they do. So, for example, if you have a character that's like, their gimmick is that they're a ditzy kid, or like they're a ditzy character and they just want to just be coddled and something like that. That could potentially be misstrewn as a form of them like having pedophilia light, just because they want to more so indulge on a more nurturing sort of sensibility. Yeah. But even then, from there, there's also a situation where it isn't just like the person being like a pedophile or anything like that. They just may just genuinely just have that as a thing that they like. Yeah. So it's a very hard tell for you to just instantly go like, this nigga likes flat-chested characters. You're a pedophile. It's like, no, maybe he just likes like small-breasted characters because like, you know, large chests simply just aren't super appealing to him. Maybe it's a person who's non-binary and they like that sort of thing. The landscape of both body types, body positivity, as well as like figures and whatnot is a constantly evolving thing, and with that, our perceptions on how we treat things, especially in media, has to change with it. Yeah. So it's very archaic for a lot of people to say that, oh yeah, anime is just perpetuating a sexuality stereotype and lolicon is just pedophilia, when a lot of things are now changing in modern society that nobody wants to fully address. And even anime itself is having a hard time trying to address. So with just recently with fucking Soul Eater, they finally like full on confirmed that Krona is in fact non-binary, something that fans had like as a fan theory for like the longest time because of how sub translations used to work. But
Krona from Soul Eater?
Yeah. I mean, I thought that for a long time.
Yeah. Like they for the longest time it was like a headcanon that like, oh yeah, she's non-binary because they use like both pronouns for her or whatnot, or like she's trans or something like that, and everybody was like, oh no. And then when they translated it over, they just gave her a set gender, and not a lot of fans really liked that. Most people didn't give a shit, but the fans that were genuinely like, I like this form of representation, can you just make it like a sure thing? And even the creator was like, no, this is kind of what my intention was from the get-go. This character was a form of non-binary sort of thing. And because a lot of Western views are very archaic when it comes to anime, a lot of stuff is now being changed in retrospect, and now it's having like a sort of Ouroboros effect where old anime fans are eating each other in order to now stay on the current path of sensitivity and what's okay and what's right and what's wrong in terms of both PC culture and what's right inside of anime culture as a whole. So it's a big, I'm not going to say it's a big can of worms, but it's more so just what you personally feel on the matter. And so long as you aren't being like a gross ghoul about it, it's fine. That's my set piece.
With 34 seconds left. Nice. Impressive. Good job, Eric. Good job.
You're welcome.
That looked like you're doing the turn